nobody talks about the 13-year-old Lynette, I believe her name was, that A was having sex with, and who actually got shot in her damn head going with him over there to his our house where the people was waiting to set him up. Nobody, how that shit just get under the rug, my nigga?
I did not know her age at the time. You saw this girl, she don't look like she's 13. I'm 21 at the time. I'm talking to her, but we never, you know. But this night, for some reason, she like, yo, I want to go hang out. Listen, I ain't got to be home until the morning. I'm like, word? And it was going to happen that night. Facts. But look what happened. Look what happened. And when the paper come out, 13-year-old girl shot in the mouth. I'm like, oh, she's shorty 13?
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here, man. True story, bro. You know what I mean? So that's how that went.
All right, peace. You already know where you at and who you rocking with, right? All right, so let's get to that then. Yo, in the video I published, I believe it was March 4th, 2022. Yeah. As I look at it, it was myself and Michelle Carvalho, who happens to be the mother of Azie's daughter, or one of Azie's daughters or whatnot. She touched on a few subjects, you feel me, that parallel with the Say Cheese interview that Az just conducted. And one of them happened to be the 13-year-old. Well, 12-year-old. But we'll get into that. You know what I'm saying? That was at that apartment. Now, I'm going to say this, man. The more and more Az talks, the more and more sketchy things get. Now, I understand y'all think I got a disposition against him or whatnot. Preordained disposition, whatever you want to call it. You believe I don't like him. Whatever. Let's talk about what he says. You feel me? Forget what I'm talking about. Kinda. But let's talk about what Az said. You feel me? I'm going to analyze his statement right there. But the more and more he talks, the more and more he puts his foot in his mouth. You feel me? Now let's go over this statement, man. As you can see, she said, though, in the interview, nobody talks about the 13-year-old girl that went over to that apartment with him at Blase Splee, whoop-de-whoop. Y'all heard that. It was ironic that Say Cheese or Sean Cotton would ask him about the 13-year-old girl, and kudos to him for having the audacity to do so, if I'm using that word correctly, or for lack of better words, rather. You know what I'm saying? For having the fortitude to step to him about something like that, even though the answer he gave you was complete and utter nonsense. And no, I do not believe he did not know none of that stuff he was talking about. He knew he didn't know in the video. It just doesn't make any sense. And we're going to sit here together and analyze it. And by the end of this video, let's see if it makes sense to you. Now, let's listen to what he said. He says, I didn't know her age at the time. If you saw the girl, she doesn't look like she's 13. Pause. Let's stop right there. Actually, Az, and for all you Az flunkies and fans and followers out there, I found the article, this one, right here, and I believe it was the New York Daily News, dated September 20th, 1987, that says the girl was 12 years old. Now, I don't know if you made her a teenager. Hold on. Let me blow it up. Boom. Yeah. Let's blow it up. Now, I don't know if you made the girl a teenager because putting teen on the back of that 12 made it seem a little bit better, but neither one of them are good. Just so you know. Neither one of them are good. You told the story with a smile on your face. It's certain parts of it. If you saw the girl, you wouldn't think she was 13. Like you was fantasizing about how she looked back then. And what you was going to do to her or had done to her. Because I believe you done the do. I know you did the do with this 12-year-old. You feel me? Nah, that's disgusting. It's disgusting whether you did it or not. It's disgusting you was thinking about doing it. It's disgusting that you took her over there or she came over there or however that happened. It's disgusting and somebody needs to say that. Other than Michelle Carvalho, because nobody else seems to be talking about it. Say Cheese, he glanced over it. Like I said, kudos to him for having the fortitude to say something about it, but still, he glossed over it and went with whatever you told him. I feel like it needed a little bit more research, so we're going to dig into it just like this. You know what I'm saying? Typically, when you say something like, if you saw that girl, she don't look 13, that's pedophilic behavior. That's R. Kelly seems like you ready behavior. That's if they see me in public with her, ain't nobody gonna ask how old she is behavior, dog. That's I know I'm doing something wrong and I'm trying to cover it up behavior, dog. Don't nobody else see it like that? You feel me? And as I said before, when he's saying this, he's saying it with a slight smirk on his face. Like if you saw the girl, you wouldn't believe, you know, like he's looking at her in his head or whatnot. But anyway, moving on. Next, Azie says, I'm 21 at the time, so that means you're actually 9 years her senior because as I said before, the paper says that she was 12 years old. So you 9 years her senior. I'm talking to her. That's where I'm going to call cap at. But I'm going to get through a little bit more of this statement. I'm 21 years old at the time. I'm talking to her, but we never, you know. But this night, for some reason, she's like, yo, I want to hang out. Now, let's just stop right there. Y'all ain't never hung out, but you've been talking to her. Because you said that came out of his mouth. Like I said, we're going to deal with what he said. He said he was 21. She was 12. All you brothers out there watching this then been 21. Man, my daughter is 12 years old right now. You mean to tell me a dude wouldn't know the difference? It doesn't matter how well developed she is. He said he was talking to her. That means he had to hear her brain. He had to talk to her brain and stuff. You feel? And then she could never come out. And all of a sudden on this night, she said she can go out and hang out and she ain't got to be home until morning. There ain't no red flags for a grown man. Grown? What you mean you ain't got to be home till morning? All of a sudden you can hang out, huh? And you've been talking to her, in communication with her or whatnot. You feel me? Dude, dog knew she was underage. It's no way for him not to know, or he is a little bit off up here. Now, y'all don't want to believe he's off up here, right? Y'all want to believe he's a very intelligent individual and this and that and the other. Even though I see different. But I'll let you have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at. I'm mad at y'all not being mad at the situation. Nobody want to talk about that, huh? We're just going to sweep that under the rug like Michelle Carvalho said at the beginning of it. Now he says all of a sudden, he says, but this night, for some reason, she's like, yo, I want to hang out. I ain't got to be home till morning. And I was like, word? And it was going to happen that night. Facts. These are his words. But look what happened. It was going to happen that night. Facts. But look what happened. Now, here's what I caught in that. Before I even break down the last part of that situation. In the first interview that I heard him speak about the girl on, he said she showed up to the apartment. Now, he contradicting himself on Say Cheese. Now, on Sean Cotton, he says he took her, basically. She wanted to hang out. She called up. She wanted to hang out and this and that and the other. She went with him over there. Michelle Carvalho says he took her over there. Which one is it, AZ? Because you've told two different stories at this point. Now it's not even about the fact that Michelle Carvalho said that you took her and you said that she showed up. Now it's about the fact that you said she showed up in one interview and in the next interview you took her. She called you talking about she wanted to hang out. She ain't got to be home till morning and this and that and the other. You neglected to say any of that stuff the first time you spoke about that girl. You said she showed up. I remember you saying that because I remember saying to myself, well, how does she know where the spot was? How does young girl know where she could find you at like that? Because a spot is somewhere where you hide stuff at. Everybody don't know where your stash spot is. If this young 13-year-old girl was able to catch a cab, I believe you said she did in the first interview, catch a cab over to the stash spot, then she had been there before, evidently. You know what I'm saying? So which one is it again? Now let's get to this. This particular night, she like, yo, I want to hang out and I ain't got to be home till morning. And I'm like, word? And it's going to happen that night. It had happened before. Facts. It had happened before. In my mind, there ain't no way you can tell me different. It had happened before. And he trying to save face with this, man. All of AZ's women were younger. Michelle Carvalho, she was 7, 8 years his junior. Pat Porter, same difference. You feel me? He like young girls. I don't know. It might be I don't know. I ain't going to say that. He like young girl. Where Puffy from? Anyway, I'm just saying it might be a thing, dog. You feel me? He says it was gonna happen that night. Facts, but look what happened. So is he insinuating that God stopped him from doing that? That was Rondu and his people were an act of God. Rondu, Kevin, and them, they was an act of God coming in there shooting him up like that, because that's not the way he presents that. But you see how quick he flipped him getting shot and everything, and that happening to him into a good situation. It was gonna happen that night. Facts, but look what happened. What you trying to say? It was a relief that they came in there and shot you up, homeboy, so you didn't do that? Or what? I don't get it, man. I don't get the context of what he's saying, of how he's saying what he's saying in that instance. Can you let me know? You jump in the comment box and you let me know, dog. You feel me? I ain't gonna hold y'all long, and I ain't gonna keep you. You know what I mean? There are a lot of parallels between the content that I created with Michelle Carvalho and the content that he created with Say Cheese, and we're gonna go over a few of those over the next few videos. You feel me? What else I got to say to y'all? Let me see. Peace to the gods and earths. Until we meet again. I'll be back.